Ooh, Tin Jackson, what's going on? It's your girl, IkwerreGirl Archibald, all the way from London, UK, your only IkwerreGirl living in London. And you can argue with yourself. Tin Jaxn, Derrick Jaxn, for a period of time was a bit silent, and we thought maybe there's a gargle there. Maybe finally he's learned not to talk anymore, because sometimes in life, the more you talk, the more you complicate matters. As we can see, Mr. Jackson is a typical example of keep your mouth shut before you expose yourself further. But there's quite a lot of things going on. Derrick Jaxn is now on Clubhouse, so for those of you that want to follow him, you need to go on Clubhouse and catch him there. But before we go into the things about Clubhouse, there's been a bit of progress. So he started off a new venture called Heal Together, and that's going to be, that's going to be taken forward by himself and his wife. So there's them together doing stuff. And also, one thing you might want to pay attention to is the fact that his wife's Instagram has now grown to 97,000 followers. Wow. I would say, wow, this is good business strategy. I mean, I listened to someone on Facebook who said potentially all of this is just thing to get to trend. But I don't know. With celebrities, you don't rule out any of those stuff. Derrick Jaxn is now on Clubhouse, and I'd like to play one of his sessions for you. Now, because Mr. Jackson is quite a big thing, he's quite a thing, and plus he's been all over social media for the right and the wrong reasons recently, the room was completely packed and everyone was strong. So it might be a bit of a noisy when it starts, but I think the people in the room were just kicking it in and they just had no filter and no chill. But you need to listen to this. I'll play the audio from the Clubhouse session, and like I said, if you still want to follow Mr. Jackson, if you still want to have an opportunity to talk to him and ask him questions, he is now on Clubhouse and he is doing his thing from Clubhouse and it's going forward. It's the heal together. We need to heal together. I need to heal together. Come on then, let's heal together.
Yeah, all right, one more. I'll do one more, and then I'm gonna go.
Two more, Derrick. Just so everybody can get in, because it's a crowded room. Everybody wants to hear you talk.
Wait, then let him ask real quick. Go ahead.
Let me get my one more. All right, bet. One more. I can do one. Derrick, my question to you is: you've historically said that women have low self-esteem when they stay in situations with men who have cheated on them. Do you feel like your wife deserves better? Do you feel like you should step out the way and allow another man to love on her?
Jesus is Lord.
And that's a great question. And do you feel like she has low self-esteem for staying with you? I definitely don't remember saying she has low, or any woman has low self-esteem from being with a man that has cheated. I think that you have low self-esteem if you be with a man or anybody who is unrepentant in doing that. So if I said that, maybe I don't know if with context or how many years ago. What I believe is if you're with somebody and they're unrepentant in the way that they're hurting you and breaking you down, you absolutely do have low self-esteem. As far as my wife, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. She filed for divorce. It's actually a matter of public record. I think it's FultonCountyClerk.org. Shows that she left. What she came back to was a man with a completely different mindset.
She wrote about you cheating 10 years ago.
She what?
She started writing about you cheating 10 years ago.
Jesus is Lord.
Sorry about that. Say it one more time. Who is speaking now? Is it the same guy?
It was Blade initially speaking, yo.
We're a little all over the place, so it's more than one question. The first one was, does a woman have low self-esteem if she stays with a man who has cheated? The answer to that was no. I believe a woman has low self-esteem and needs higher self-esteem if she stays with a man who's unrepentant, whether it's cheating, neglecting her, putting her as a last priority, whatever the issue is that's breaking her down. Absolutely the case. As far as my wife goes, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. Now, 10 years ago, whenever we was first, in college, first off, we met at 19 years old. That was a completely different context from now being married. And I'm not going to speak on things that she did in the context of the relationship because ultimately I made decisions. But there's a lot more different context. And also she did leave. She did what I think is the right thing for any woman to do if she gets hurt that bad. Leave, detach, heal, and evaluate from a heal perspective what you need to see, or if the work has been put in, or if this person has shown consistency. And that's what she did.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering all those questions, brother.
You feel like you should step out the way for somebody else to love on her?
This is not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. This is the Cuffin Lounge, but this is my room tonight. But if you have a problem with that, please, I will move you to the audience or you can leave quietly. I try not to be disrespectful because this is not my room. I'm a guest here, but so are you. Please respect our guests. If you have a problem with it, you can leave quietly.
Miss Brandy.
I'm sorry, Derrick.
It's all good.
All right, I appreciate.
And make sure y'all are following the Cuffin' Lounge as well. This is definitely
and Ben and Lexi.
Make sure y'all are following the Cuffin' Lounge. Good brother Ben put this together. So shout out to him. Shout out to Miss Brandy as well.
Thank you, Coach Rob. I appreciate that. And Coach Christina.
You follow the Cuffin' Lounge. My name is Ben. Like, we got a dating app. It's called Cuffin'. It's on the App Store and Google Play. It's a dating app. It's incredible. Just make sure y'all download that. Show love. Get on there, swipe, just get involved. Like, it's like Tinder, it's like Bumble. It's just a dating app. It's popping. It's just download the app, get involved, swipe. Make sure you follow.
Separate the man from the action, and also to implore that people let married folks handle their married business at home, even if he made a misstep or whatever, to kind of take a dip. Like, basically, I've grown up, like, in real time in front of people. When I first started this, I was in my early 20s. I'm now in my early 30s, and it's just a matter of growth. So as far as reestablishing anything, man, I don't even approach stuff about reestablishing this. I think once you do that, it becomes more about the bottom line and the paycheck. From day one, this has been about purpose. I genuinely feel like, and I know this for a fact, that I've been put here to encourage healing and healthy relationships. Even with my own struggles, even being a work in progress, even being a total F up at times. So I don't think necessarily about reestablishing this or that with the black man or the woman, the integrity. What I trust is that so long as I'm authentically walking in my purpose, even with my personal issue, I've had to overcome, that the rest is going to work itself out. That's how I came into the game. That's how I've been walking, even with not doing it perfect. That's what separated me from so many people who have tried to do the exact same thing. They make it about the bottom line. I've kept it about purpose. And I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying that formula has worked, and I'm going to keep going with that. So hopefully it does reestablish the integrity. I don't take it lightly that I let people down. Hopefully the brothers come. I think for the brothers that, and it's not totally shot, I've gotten a lot of support from brothers since all of this went down. But I do think there's a much better way to reach brothers with my message, and hopefully that'll reflect in me just authentically walking in my purpose.
Can I ask a question? Hey, Brandy, may I ask him one more question? Hey, Derrick, I would like to bring you on the show. I reached out to you in your DM so we can further this conversation, just to respect the room and the moderators.
For sure. I'll check that out. What's your name?
Jeff Brown, man, host of the Jeff Brown Show, iHeartRadio Top 60, brother. You should look at your DM. I just sent you a DM.
Bet. I got time for one more question on it.
All right, Mr. Let Go, are you still here?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
All right. I have two quick questions. The first question.
Mr. Let Go, we one question, brother. We one question. We trying to be fair.
Okay.
One question, let go. One question.
All right. The question I want to ask you is, this is a if, because I know you're gonna do whatever you do. But if it was more advantageous for you to just simply ride off in the sunset with whatever you made and just go away, don't do any videos, and just say your card games, say your books, but leave the black women alone. If that was more advantageous to the black community, would you do it?
Sure. Whatever was most advantageous, I think is what you said. I would probably do it. The proof is in the pudding, though. Because of my work throughout the years, so many women have had the strength to leave either toxic situations, to go on to something better, learn to love themselves, be encouraged, and so many brothers who didn't have that big brother, that uncle, that dad to kind of give them the guidance from a tough love perspective. They've gotten that from my content. Thousands and thousands. If you look at, now I'm on book number 10. You can look at the proof in the pudding on Amazon, iBooks, or anything on what my work has produced. A lot of the conversation can be kind of distracting. But I would never get misled by some of the negative publicity or people that's pissed or even people that's just genuinely just disappointed in thinking that my voice doesn't have a place anymore in the conversation around relationships, whether for the black community or otherwise. So, yeah, if it was advantageous, I would do a lot of things. But I know that I belong right here. This absolutely changes and shifts things for the immediate, but it doesn't nullify my message. If anything, it will mature it. so that now I can come with the grace I couldn't come with before. Now I can speak from a place and not of being an expert or guru, but I can speak from more of being a witness, which I think more people can relate to. Now when I speak to brothers, they know, and it'll come off a little bit better, that I'm not speaking from some high horse. I'm better than you. I'm the end-all, be-all gold standard. I'm coming from a place of somebody who has fallen, who has done the wrong thing and believed in something different and had to overcome that. So if anything, I think this improves the impact that I can have, and it will be more advantageous if I just let my work reflect my true life experiences, not what will help my bottom line in selling books and card games.
Can we have a conversation, bro? Like,
well said, Derrick. Well said.
For sure, man. I hit your line. I know how to find you. That's it for me.
If y'all want to have a conversation with Derrick offline, y'all can go ahead and give it up to. Just hit the DM. But Derrick is here for the conversation, for the room.
I'm actually getting ready to peace out, man. So thank you guys. I think it was Miss Brandy that initially invited me in. I think it was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Brandy. I sincerely appreciate it. You reaching out. Like I said in the beginning, I'm doing a lot of just focusing on making sure my wife is good, and we're just spending time and all of that. So this is a rarity for me, but you guys have been super respectful, and I appreciate the conversation.
As usual, it's your girl, IkwerreGirl at you, all the way from London, UK. You like the content, subscribe, and I'll keep you updated as always. One love.